Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia, Canada. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have. And another thing is if this is your first time watching me on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and also make sure that you hit that bell below. Now, one other thing, just beware that this is a live presentation and it's on Facebook and it's on YouTube. So if you're seeing me comment with different people, that's the reason why. So welcome. This is Thursday night and it's all part of my Now What series. This series is I really enjoy doing this type of a series because I can take something that's in your studio that you haven't maybe used or you don't know how to use. But you know what? Honestly, this is something that has been in the catalog, but it's new and in it and improved. It is the magnetic plates, and I really want to show you this. Let me just bring this over here. So before we had this magnetic plate and it warped, it did everything. So they basically took it off the market. And what they did was they went and gave everybody a credit for it. Unfortunately, I didn't get yeah, I got a credit for it, but I still had it and didn't use it because what had happened was I went and I had to put it onto one of my old Big Shot things, but see how it really warped and everything else. And of course, I'd done my makeshift, I'd done packing tape on here, and I tried my best doing what I could do with it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't up to snuff for Stampin' Up. So like I say, they pulled it off the market and now they have it where they put it back in the new annual catalog. And let me tell you the differences and let me show you the differences. One thing for the little mini, the baby cut and emboss, there isn't plate for it yet, but it is coming. All right, so let me show you the difference on these two. This is the new one, and this is the old one. Take a look at the difference in, like, if you can see that, that's quite a difference. That's almost this whole magnet part right here. Now, another big difference on this is a steel. So it basically is it's that much thicker. Now, it still is plate number 5. And then in the instructions, it looks like they just went and took the same instructions that were for the old one for the new one. I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to tell you, you only need your bottom plate number 1. You're going to need your cardstock, and then you're going to need this and plate number 3. So you only need the 3. Now, another thing that I want to tell you, a huge difference with it. This old one, and I thought this was interesting because I was telling the ladies last night that this is so heavy compared to this one. And you know what? I was right bang on. The old one is 297 grams as opposed to 757 grams. That's quite a difference. The other thing is, like, if you want to put that into pounds and that, this is 10.5, this is 0.10, so 10 ounces, 0.5, and this one is 1.107. So it's a whole pound heavier than the old one. So it should not warp like the other ones did, that's for sure. All right. So let's just put that. Now, it is another self-healing mat. I've used it. You can see some of my cuts on it. The cuts aren't going to affect any way that it is. But this also, I should show you where it is. And it doesn't show as a new item in the book. So it's number 5, and it's the magnetic cutting plate. It's a different order number. But like I say, it's in there and it's not showing as a new item in here because it's something that's been there, but it's new and improved. So I thought, Well, I've got to show you something, making something with this particular plate to show you how well it sits on there. So I couldn't resist. I had to get this elephant parade, and it has 16 little dies on it. So we're actually going to make a card with this, and then I'm going to show you how well it works with this magnetic plate. You see, it's really heavy. All right, so let me just bring in some of my cardstock that I've got. I've just got a piece of basic white, and what I want to do is I want to stamp with my memento, and I'm going to stamp all the stamps on there. Now, in order to make this really show, you have to make sure that you have this space around so that I can put all the dies on at the same time, right? So let me just, I'm going to leave enough room in there so that I have a space for the dies. Whoops, I got a halo on there, but that's okay. It's going to get cut off. And we're just going to put this one down here. And then, of course, we have to do the leaves there. So I'm just going to put that up there. Like I say, I'm leaving enough room so that I can cut all of these out. So let's do the balloon as well. And this cute, adorable little mouse. What is it with elephants and mice, right? They're so afraid of them. All right, so we have all these other little ones here. We have a little peanut. I'm going to put that right about there. I'm going to also, because there's 2 dies for that peanut, I'm going to cut another one up there. Oh, boy, I'm not doing very well with these halos, am I? Okay, now there's 2 butterfly dies, so I'm going to use those 2 butterfly dies or stamps. Like I say, I want them far enough apart so that I can actually go and cut them out. So let's see what we've got here. And then we got this little flower. There's a lot on my particular one. There's a lot of rubber around this. So I would probably go ahead and trim this is what I would do. All right. So we have 16. I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I have 5 extra. Okay. So let's bring in that plate. So I'm just going to put this, go ahead and put this on here like so. And I'm also going to then cut, and I'm going to come in with some, see, some Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to come in with some Pear Pizzazz. It is a cute set. Do you know what? I must have been an elephant in the past too. Elephants. I love elephants. All right. So we have these 2 dies. These are grass dies. So we want to cut those out on there as well. We have the 2 little bows. I really didn't need that big of a piece. This is Flirty Flamingo. And I also have, these are 3 peanuts together. So what I want to do with that is I want to, I'm going to come in with my thing here. Now, it looks like it has some markings on it. So I just want to put that into my ink pad. And I'm just going to put that down on there like so. All right. Now, let's go ahead and line these up. Now, if these move or they don't cut out properly, it's because you haven't lined them up properly. So you have to take the time originally to line them up. Now, when there's a stream down here, there's a little dot. So what you're going to do, I'm going to bring this so that I can actually see these. So I'm going to line that up, and then I'm bringing this balloon string so that I see the black, the ink black behind it. So there's black in there that you'll see. All right, so we have our butterflies in there. We have another elephant. Oh, we got our other butterfly. We have this cute little elephant. I love this elephant. You know, it's so funny. When I first saw this, I went all googly over this one. And it's like, you know what? I think I can make this into a birthday card. See, I might have this a little too close. No, it looks like it's okay. This is going to be the key. When you go to cut this out, the key is going to be that you have given enough space around there. So let's go ahead and put this one on there. I know this seems a little tedious lining these up, but I want to show you how well that works. So let's go ahead and put that peanut there. Another peanut up here. I didn't stamp that very well. Maybe I'll go and stamp that again. And we definitely do not want to lose any of these dies. So that's that. Looks like I moved this little mouse. And like I say, there's that little hole for the tail. So you want to line that black up in there. And then, of course, we have this little flower as well. So that hole, we're going to line up the black in there and then line up the things. All right. So there's, now let me just double check to make sure that I've got it all lined up. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. If it's not lined up properly, this is new to line things up. Well, I've stamped first. Now, I will tell you that I wouldn't do this and then color it and then cut it. I feel that that's the worst thing that you can do, because by doing that, what'll happen is, say if it did move or something like that, all that coloring has gone to waste. Now, there we go. So let's bring in our cut and emboss machine. So, like I say, the way that you do this is we're going to have number 1. This is number 5. Oops. Oh, that's that peanut that I didn't do. And now I'm going to come in with a number 3 plate. Now you notice from that other magnetic plate, it's not jumping all over the place now. And then now we'll just move this, cut this through. Yeah, if they're sitting there moving, that is such a nuisance when it sits there and moves. So like I say, that way that you line it up is totally not what it says on there. So you just basically have the bottom base layer, you then have your magnetic plate, and then you have your number 3 plate. All right. So I have that. Let me put those onto that magnet there. See how they cut those out? This one is cut out. We have 3 little peanuts that are got, you know what, I might even want to do another couple of these, but it'll be okay, I think. All right. So there we have all of those pieces cut out, and look at how even they are. And that's because of the way that I lined it up. I took the time at the beginning to line it up there. It's a pretty neat magnetic plate. All right, so now what we want to do is, I'm just going to take these all off. And you can see where it's gone into, let me just, it's a self-healing mat. There we go. Like I say, over a pound. Unbelievable. All right, so I'm not going to take the time to color my little elephants. I've already colored those, and I've colored the mouse. And you know what? I might color the balloon because I didn't like the balloon that I had. But we have these peanuts, we have all this sort of stuff. So now what we can do is we can put the card together. The purpose of this was to show you how easy it was. Now, let me just color that balloon. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo, and I think I'll just use, not that it really needs it. I just put gray on there, and we'll just use the Flirty Flamingo. This looks like this one's almost had it. I'm going to have to color it with this side. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Blushing Bride. I really wish that we had Blushing Bride. And by having Blushing Bride, it would have colored a little bit different. So I'm just going to come in here, color this in circles. We don't want that line showing, right? And then, of course, we have that highlight there. So I'm actually going to come in with my lifter. And we'll just okay. So I have an extra balloon done. I should have probably done 2 of them. So I didn't know exactly how to make the card for this. Yes, it's much easier than taping them. That's for sure. Now, I mean, that Post-it note tape is a good thing. However, it has its purposes. That's for sure. All right, so I do have some smoky slate. To me, an elephant has to be gray and pink, or gray and yellow. So I have this. This is the new Designer Series paper. This is the subtle Designer Series paper. So it has the florals on this side. It has stripes on this side, polka dots on one of them, and then what's on the other side of this one? Oh, a checkered thing. The checkered would have looked really cute on this too. So I decided to use the stripes, and I thought, well, I might as well just do, our team has a challenge with fancy fold cards. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and we'll make a step card, because I thought this would really show off really, really well with a step card. So I had my template here for my step card. If I don't have it, that's okay. Oh, here we go. So this is just a template. I've already gone ahead and cut it. Not well, but it's 5.5 by 8.5. And what I've done is I've taken my trimmer, I've lined it up on the 1-inch mark on this side, over on this side, and I've gone down to 3¼ inches. So see how this is 3¼ down to there. And I've cut from 7.5 inches here all the way up to 3¼ inches. And then what I did was I moved this over to the 1-inch mark, and I cut from the 3¼ inch down to the 7.5 inch. And then I've just gone ahead and moved this and scored across at the 5.5 inch mark. Whoops, 4¼ inch mark. And I've just gone and I've scored between these 2 lines. And then on this one, I've gone down to the 6.5 inch mark here and scored on the outer part there, and then 7.5 on the outer part there. And you'll see what that looks like as soon as I go ahead and fold that all up. All right, so we're going to fold into the mountain here on the inside of this one. Well, first of all, whoops, I forgot to score across here. So let me score across there. So this is 3¼ inch here. So you'll see what I mean by scoring. So I'm going to line up from 1 inch on that side, and then just go to the 1 inch and line up to there. Whenever you do fancy folds and that sort of stuff, the best thing for you to do is to have a template. It really works really, really well. So I'm just going to fold that like that. fold into the mountain, and then do an accordion fold there. So what that looks like is just like that. So we're just going to make sure that we have. You know what, Yvonne? Go in and check the very beginning. It's 1 pound heavier. It's about, I would say, maybe about 3 millimeters wider. And it is like, it's heavy. It's really heavy. Okay, so we have our step fold card there. And like I say, I went and I could do the floral this way, but I think I wanted the stripe on here. So this piece happens to be, this is 3.5 inches in between here. So this is 3.25 by 4 inches, and I'm going to put that there. And then I went and I cut 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by, oh my goodness, can't even remember, 3 inches, and that's going to go down there. So let's go ahead and just put that onto the card. Like I say, this magnetic plate is amazing. And then this elephant parade, oh my goodness, is so much fun. This. So I'm just going to put that piece there. And then I'm just going to put these 3/4 inch strips there. Now, you notice I didn't put it all the way across here because I've got a plan on what I want to do. Now, my plan might not work as well as I wanted it to. Yeah, this magnetic plate, I don't foresee. Okay, now, I went and I cut, and you see, it's already self-healed there. But yeah, it's heavy. And the sandwich is wrong. So you're just going to use the bottom plate, the magnetic plate, and a number 3 plate. So let's just put this down. Oh, I'm trying to get down just to the thing there. Okay. All right. So just like this. And then I went and I took a piece of vellum. And this is with the scallop contour dies. I thought, oh, that'll look kind of nice on top of there. So I am going to now bring in all my different elements that I've gone ahead and colored. Okay, so I am going to actually put my elephant on here to begin with, because then that's going to show me where I can put the glue on the back of the vellum. So let's go and let's see which elephant. I'm going to use this elephant here. So I just want to put this here. This one. I want to put the balloon on there. So just want to make sure that it doesn't go over. Okay, so right about there. Oh my goodness. Like I say, I love this little elephant. So we're just going to put that there. We're going to pop this guy up. So I'll come in with my white dimensionals. Let me just get those out. And let me take a big tool. So how many of you had the old magnetic plate? All right. This is going to come down here, but I'm going to put a dimensional on that piece right there. Thanks, Becky. I love this elephant too. Like I say, it was one of the first ones that I saw, and I went, yeah, I got to have that. It's a frivolous thing, but yeah, gotta love it. All right. So now let's go ahead and put this here. And I'm only going to put one balloon. I think one's enough on there. Now I've got these. Now I've got this is going to go on here. So we're going to have part of this going here. And then We're kind of doing a dry run, right? And then this one's going to go there. Okay. Would have been nice to have a couple more of those grass. But you know what? We'll be okay. All right, so we've got that going there. I kind of know where that's going. Do I want to put a little bow on it? It's pink, so I could put this little bow right up here. Let's put a bow. Gee, how bad is that? I don't even know how to put a bow on. Anyways, now what I can do is I'm going to actually put this. See, now I know exactly where I can put my glue on my vellum. Pretty cool, eh? And if it floats a little bit, I'm good with that. Okay, well, Becky, this magnetic plate is really, really strong. It really, and it weighs 1 pound more. So that's amazing. Okay, so we have that. And then we have the bow. We're going to put the bow on there. I want to put, this little elephant is going to go this way. So I'm going to actually just put some glue on the bottom. Like I say, I colored this ahead of time because if you went and you spent all that time watching me color, then what we're going to do is I'm going to put this down here. You know what? I almost wish I had more. I'll probably end up cutting one more out of there. And let's go ahead and put this guy about there. So we can have him go up just a little bit higher. Making sure that it stays within the card, right? There, I've got glue on me. All right. Now, you see these little peanuts? I'm actually going to these little peanuts here. Oh my goodness, everything's sticking to me. Now, I know I had my tweezers here. Well, we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to actually put those peanuts down here. Like I say, I am so much of my different projects. Oh, I should have used the other end. Are having little tiny. There's our peanuts. Right there. Now let's go ahead and thinking. Let's just put a little bit there. And then we can put this one right here as well. All right. Like I say, this probably would have been better with some more grass. I happen to have some grass cut out in the parakeet party, but I really don't think that that's going to go with my card. Oh, you know what? I can do that too. It's all good. These new colors are amazing, how they tend to go in with the different colors. Okay. And we can go ahead and put this one on here. Let's kind of have it, the peanuts kind of hidden in the grass. Oh, the mouse. Oh, thanks for telling me about the mouse. I almost forgot about that mouse. Oh my goodness. Where am I going to put that mouse? I could put the mouse on the inside too. You know what? I just might put that mouse on the inside. There we go. And it's a little too even for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come and cut this. some glue on there. Say, can you imagine me having to color these as well? There we go. Now, what I want to do is I also want to, I have a few other things in here. We have the mouse. It can go in the inside. You know what? Instead of that bow, I think I'm just going to have, let's see if that butterfly will go there. I only colored one of the butterflies, so we have our little flower there as well. Goodness. Yep, I'm going to sit and I'm going to put all this stuff on here. Imagine a little girl getting something like this. They'd love getting all this detail. My granddaughter. Okay, so you know what? I can sit there and I'm going to put a little mini dimensional on there. In the back of this. So the colors that I used to color the elephants, I used Smoky Slate. I also used the light Flirty Flamingo. I also used Old Olive on the leaves there. Okay, so like I say, let's put that mouse on the inside. You know what? I didn't put there's a bit of pink in that ear. So let's just put that in there. And we need to have a sentiment on here. Now, these sentiments are all mainly about little baby. I'll never forget your kindness. That one's kind of cool. Sweet little one is for a baby. What a happy day. I think that's what I'm going to put on here. Let's see. I'll use my memento. I could have used basic gray, but I find when it goes on to cardstock basic gray, it tends to, it bleeds a bit. Whoops. Oh boy, we sure got that crooked. Okay, let's try again. Hence the reason why. Let's just see how bad it really is. Well, it's not too bad if I put it on there straight. Whoops. Okay, third time's the charm. There we go. So, put this on here. Let's do a little tiny bit of a chevron. And this can go across here because that's going to fit in the envelope. So I'm actually going to go with a couple of the small dimensionals. So like I say, I'll show you this magnetic plate again, how wonderful it is. Like I say, it cut all of those pieces out all together. Like imagine being able to cut it and not move. Put this right on here like so. Oh, I love pink and gray. And then, now as far as the embellishments, there's a lot of different embellishments that could still go with this. There's still these are from the Beautiful Shapes ones. They're still available. Then there's also these basic ones, and I think it would be really neat to use the gray. So let's just put that back on there. See, I don't do very well doing with my take your pick that way. All right, so let's just put our gray on there. And let's put one more over here. The other gray ones are kind of a little small. Lots of stuff going on with this card. Now, I should have put a piece also in the middle. And that is, I'm just going to grab it. we'll just come and put some. Oops, I shouldn't have put that little guy in there yet. Oh, darn it. Well, it won't matter if I rip that a little bit on the back because I'm going to cover this up. I could just cut another one and color another one, but there we go. So this is going to go across here, so I have to cut that down by, we want it to be 5.5, 5 1/4. Let's go ahead and put that right there. And you know what? Would have been better at 5 inches. Say, nothing like doing a card on the fly, right? Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I will tell you what I am doing for next week. I said I was going to do a birthday sort of promotion next week, and I am. So I am going to, for anybody during next week, starting on Monday, I will, if anyone puts in an order that's at least $65, I am giving away 2 of these magnetic plates. So when would you not use the magnetic plate? You know what? I'll tell you something. If I have just a regular die that I'm cutting, that I'm not die cutting something out, I won't use my magnetic plate. There's no purpose. That, like, you can just use your regular plates. I've never used my magnetic plates unless I have to place them in a certain way, and that sort of stuff. So there's the card. Cutie, eh? So it's a step card. So let me bring in that magnetic plate again. Okay, like I say, it's 1 pound, 1.10 pound. This old one is only 0.1 of a pound. Check the distance, like check to see what the difference is right there. Like it's, oh, I would say about 2 millimeters. This is metal on here. And the way that you put this through is you have a 1, you put the magnetic plate, you put the paper down, and then you put a number 3 plate on there. Great magnetic plate. Like I say, it's not something you want to travel with. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So anyways, what's starting on Monday is I will be giving away 2 of these magnetic plates. I'm going to be making a draw for anybody that puts in a $65 order with me. I will make a draw I'm going from Monday to Sunday. I'll do a draw, and I will, 2 lucky people will win a magnetic plate. So if you live out of town, I'll just mail it. I'll just have it shipped directly from Stampin' Up, because trust me, I don't want to be mailing almost 2 pound things there. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. If you have, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, that's the way it is. If you have any questions at all, if there's anything that you'd like to know about the magnetic plate, just reach out to me. If you leave a comment in here, I always usually comment on all my video things. Oh, I was going to show you that. But just look at, my goodness, see how these will all just fit right on there. And they do not come off. They don't move around. I could be putting them close together. They don't bounce like that other one that used to bounce. So, I mean, this is a great plate. So, and you know what? I'll tell you, if something happens, Stampin' Up will stand behind it, because like I say, I got credit for my 2 plates that I got. And it was just a matter of making sure that you used it. Anyways, you guys, have a great evening, and we will see you on Saturday. It's Card Sketch Saturday, and I'll be live at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, like I say, give me the thumbs up, leave a comment, share my video. I'd love for you to do that. Anyways, you guys, have a great night. Bye for now.